Today, I'm inviting you on a conversation with one of my amazing clients, Diana. She is a trauma recovery and embodiment coach with women, and we work together inside brand mentorship in summer. So it's actually a very interesting story. She shared with me why she signed up working with me, even though she was looking at different business programs, she was looking at different business coaches. An interesting fact, though, is that we actually knew each other before. We met in about 2017 or something like this in Chiang Mai, Thailand, where we both lived for a season at that moment. So we sparked a friendship then. I remember Diane and I, we were doing bicycle runs up on the mountain. It was insane. So we had some memories together. We haven't been staying too much in touch though, because our journey has kind of split. Diana spent a lot of time in Latin America, and it's been very interesting because she always was like successful as a coach, but she always had and relied on referrals and on this type of work. And then she decided to step outside from behind the scenes and to actually establish more credibility, visibility online to guide women more on this transformational journey, to step away from offering just one-on-one sessions, one-off sessions, into promoting the full package, full transformation. So that's what we've been working on together inside Brand Mentorship. She shared a lot of insights. This journey has been emotional. So I cannot wait for you to dive in and to see for yourself if you're wondering if it's real, the journey, the development, the step up in your coaching practice. I hope it gives you a lot of insight and seeing the possibility. And now let's get started. Could you just share a little bit more about yourself? What are you doing? Who you work with? How long you've been doing that? Just a little bit of introduction for our guests.
My name is Diana Lana. I'm emotional clarity coach, and I've been working with people since 2017, mainly supporting women from all around the world, supporting them in healing, in transformation, in coming back to themselves after surviving perhaps difficult situations in their life, in their childhood, and helping them to transform pain into wisdom, into coming back to themselves and being able to reclaim their life.
Okay, and you've been mostly doing one-on-one work with people, with women, yeah?
Yeah, so I've been focusing on my own healing and I've been working with women through word of mouth. They've been finding me. So I haven't had this pressure, to promote myself, to promote my work, because it's been working pretty
Mm-hmm.
well so far. But I'm ready to step into the next level. And yeah, that's why I signed up for your coaching.
Okay, great. Yeah. Could you just tell me a little bit more of the background where you were before you decided to join me in brand and before we worked together? Because yeah, I knew that you've been coaching for years now, like for a very long time. And then you had this word of mouth system that you just mentioned that has been working. So why did you decide to change things?
So I was traveling around the world. Actually, as you remember, we met in Thailand actually almost 10 years ago,
Yeah.
which is amazing. Like I'm really, really happy to work with you, and because I've seen your transformation, I've seen what you've done with your previous business, and it's really, really impressive. So I was traveling Thailand, Costa Rica, Peru, and living on like different places on the road. And parallel to that, building my business, like working with clients, parallel to that, in my healing as well, like that's where my practice comes through. It's not because like I chose it consciously, but because I kind of came into it because of my own story. And I was working, I would say, part-time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was enough to cover my travels, to just have a good life and to also feel that I'm contributing, feel that I'm supporting women. And I decided I want to work in transformation, taking, because that's also what I went through. I went through a 3 months coaching container where I was able to transform. I was able like to step up further, and I want to create that as well for women who are ready for a complete transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, one of sessions are great, and it's good to have like available here and there. But if someone wants to go from like from this point from A to B, complete transformation, really stop procrastinating, stop kind of beating around the bush, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I want to create this container. Hmm.
Okay, great. So you as a coach, by working with different women, you've seen yourself that, yeah, you can provide this individual support, kind of hands-on type of support, but then you saw that you can actually help them create the real transformation, and then you know that you can deliver it in a very specific container. So that's what you wanted to do. But then why did you join Brand? Why did you decide to work together with me? What stood out for you, or why was that the right moment for you?
I was following a few different business coaches, I must admit. And what stood out for me is your lifestyle, what you share, that you don't have to like work yourself away and be super busy to actually have transformations, like provide support for people, containers, but also continue traveling, continue having life, continue enjoying life. And that's, I think, one of the things that were really appealing to me. Also, that I know you. I mean,
There is
yeah,
trust.
yes, there's definitely trust. Yeah.
There's trust, but you also seen me build businesses, and yeah, I guess you follow
Yeah.
the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And seeing you showing up consistently, which is something I'm learning to do. I'm learning to show up online consistently, right? I show up for my clients. I know that I can do that, but it's a whole different thing to step onto that world scene of Instagram and be like, here I am, this is what I do, you know? Yeah.
Step from behind the scenes, step from behind being the referrals and clients
Yeah.
maybe reaching out, maybe not reaching out, but
Yes.
actually like driving what do you want yourself. Okay, that's very interesting. I love that you said that actually, because I think that's just a testimony to what so many people are thinking that, oh, I'm just going to be like a great coach and maybe sometimes share some valuable stuff online. And this is how we're going to get clients. And then what we've been covering in brand and what I'm always teaching is that no, you need this multidimensional presence because people don't just buy from you because you are a certified great coach and get results to people. They also want to know that you embody what you teach. And when you share this, like, hey, it's not just what I teach, I actually live this life this way. So this is when you create trust, and this is when people feel like, oh, okay, it looks real.
Yeah. Like walking the talk, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, okay. And so we worked for 3 months together inside brand. I remember there were a lot of emotional moments, there were a lot of ups and downs as normal when you're starting something like going to the next level. What were like the biggest takeaways for you or things that have shifted for you through this work together?
One of the biggest takeaways was definitely mindset, stepping into that role of, yes, I'm a coach and I'm going to hold people through transformation. And you have materials about that, materials of like how I show up for myself and then how I show up for my clients. That was, I was on those modules longer than maybe everyone else, first like 1 month or 1.5 months even, because for me that's really, really important. I really value integrity and I really value really doing it, having like embodied transformation, not just on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, a lot of practical advice that you give in the videos and in between, you know, with all the questions you answer. I would say it's really comprehensive training just within the videos, but also your presence and your guidance with Q&As, with brand asset reviews. Those were excellent. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I think from what I remember as well, the clarity on your ideal client, I think it was a big thing, and also how to speak to that client. Because for a lot of coaches who are in the life coaching space or helping women overcome like trauma, anxiety, all of that, it's so easy to go into the pain and like kind of into that area. And once you want to actually attract the people who are the leaders who are ready to invest money, time, effort into coaching, into transformational programs, you need to shift how you speak to them. And I think that was, from what I remember about you, it was like one of the biggest shifts for you as well.
Definitely, that was a huge shift, and it's still in progress because I'm still catching myself using the language where I want to speak to people's pain, which is understandable because I do want people to kind of perceive and understand that I see where they come from. But I'm learning now also that it's not about that. It's also about showing, okay, we're going that way. This is where we're going. Like continuously refocusing people towards the direction where we want to go rather than like dwelling on like what was or what is, like that's uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's very important work because you don't want to attract people who are in this victimhood mentality. Because if they are like, they're not ready to invest, they're not ready to move. So, yeah, that's a big shift. And then I think in general, and this is I am why I'm a big proponent of that, is actually having support, like this weekly type of support, because this entrepreneurial journey, especially when you want to step on the next level, is so emotional. Things come up, and when you are a coach yourself, and like very deep things come up, and then you just need to have this type of support because you're on this emotional roller coaster. So you want to be able to talk to somebody who can guide you, who understands you, and who can help you tailor your journey to the moment where you're at.
Yeah, definitely the Q&A part is where I remember a few times I was having doubts come up like, oh, but no, and I would share with you. And I remember you just look me in the eyes and be like, okay, focus. This is how it is. This is where we're going. And kind of reframe my doubts into like, okay, this is better way to look at it. And again, nudging me in the direction of transformation rather than like staying in that space of, oh, I can't, or all these doubts. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's why people work with coaches, why your clients are
Yeah,
going to invest with you to, for you to
exactly.
hold them accountable, for you to hold them higher, for them to see. So you create the vision for them and you help them achieve this vision. They may not even see this vision themselves yet, but you as a coach, you show them and you show them the path and how they are capable of that.
Yes, with the right guidance, I do trust that everyone who is ready, everyone who is available to go for it can do it. Yeah.
hmm Okay, yeah. Was there anything else from our work together that was like, that was big, I continue using it or doing it, it shifted for me, how I show up or how I attract clients or pricing or anything?
I think the whole video course, actually, I'm watching it over and over again. So since we finished, I've been watching bits and pieces of it. And literally, you can put any video on and you will hear something that you've heard before, but it's like it's sinking in to a new level. And it's like, oh, yes, reminding myself of these like little wisdoms, little practices, understandings, mindset. Yeah, so I would say the video course part of it.
hmm
I- I'm really glad we have access to it for a bit longer.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And what would you say to women who are maybe just thinking about, like, does it make sense for me to invest in the brand mentorship or working with me in general? Because as you said yourself, that you've been following different business coaches, and I guess you looked at other programs. What would you say to women who are kind of at a stage where you were a few months before, and to women who are thinking about whether it's the right choice for them?
If you're following Nina's work, right? If you're listening like to what you're saying, it's for a reason. It means something resonates, right? It means something that's like in your body somewhere, like, oh yeah, this is true. This sounds true. This sounds right. I want it. And if that's present and you see yourself ready for the next step, even if you're afraid, even if you have doubts, that's okay. Like that's normal. I would say to go for it, to invest and to start, like to get the ball rolling. And yeah, maybe it will take longer, maybe faster, whatever is your pace. That's okay. Like that's what I like about your course. I didn't feel like, okay, I have to do it right now. I have to, this immense pressure where that's what I felt like with in some cases with other coaches where it's like, you have to, like, no, I felt this like feminine softness where it's like, yeah, of course, you have your pace. There are things that you're working through. Yet at the same time, this like, come on, keep going, don't stop. Yeah, so yeah, I would say get the ball rolling, start now, and definitely you will not regret it because even just the personal transformation part of it is worth it. Yeah.
Thank you. I love that. Yeah. I remember somebody was asking me recently, how do you choose a coach? And like it's a loaded question, but then I think one very good way to look at it is actually looking at a coach and seeing if you resonate with who they are and what is their life, and if you resonate with their values, like
Hmm.
apart from them being a good coach. That's kind of apart because I would say, like, if you're looking at coaches online, I would say probably they are great at what they are doing. But then there is a big part of how they are living their life, who they are beyond just being the coach. And then that's usually a very good like testimony and like preview of how they are going to be teaching you, because if you look at them and say like they're a great coach but like I don't want to work like that, I don't like them, or I don't resonate with their values, that usually shows that it's not going to be great coaching or a great relationship, because you're going into the direction where you don't want to go. So
Yeah. Yeah. And also for me was another aspect of it is actually your styling background, because this is something that has been difficult for me in my life. And I'm really glad I also signed up for your like styling course. I'm sure you still have it available, right? I think I'm starting to work through it, and I think it's going to be also a game changer, not just for my business, but just for personal life, for
mhm.
how I feel in my body, in my skin.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because the big part of the work that we are doing together is actually how do you become a premium coach and how do you make sure that people see you that way? And a
Mm.
big part of that, of course, is your inner work, how you show up, the confidence, the aura that you show up with. But first impression is visual. So actually learning how to make yourself look good and liking your reflection in the mirror is a big, big part of that. This is what contributes to a lot of confidence, and this is what gives more trust and security for other people to invest in you as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, if you go to my Instagram account, you will see that transformation creeping in now slowly, and I'm sure it's going to continue when it
Yeah.
comes to style. Yeah.
Well, I'm very proud of you, and it's been great pleasure working together. Is there anything else you want to share? Anything at all?
I could share about my masterclass if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
So, as part of your coaching, you were teaching us to create a masterclass, a big form, like a larger form content to showcase our work to people so that they can sign up and work with us. So that's what I've been working for this last couple of weeks, months even. And it's coming up on 13th of September, 4 p.m. UK time. Clarity and confidence, turning emotional chaos into wisdom. So this is where I'm gonna dive into my method, where I'm gonna dive into how to kind of transform those like emotional turmoil, maybe confusion, into clarity, how to communicate better, communicate the boundaries, and yeah, to feel more clear within yourself. Just knowing what you want, knowing where you want to go.
Awesome. How people can sign up for it and get a replay or join live if they want to.
You could share maybe link to my
Yeah, I can
Instagram in the
share a
show
link. Yeah.
notes. They can contact me on the Instagram. Yeah, it's all work in progress right now.
Okay, okay. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. I hope it brought you a lot of insights. And if you want to see what kind of journey can look for you, if you're looking for different options to develop your business, I highly recommend for you to different of master classes. One is standout coach, so how to stand out online and sign clients consistently, sign premium clients consistently. You can go to ninawalder.com/standout and get immediate access to the replay. Or if you're interested more in knowing what actually works in sales right now, how to sell coaching, how to sell coaching which has nothing to do with actually money, and like it's a little bit less of the tangible results and more of the transformation, intangible transformation, I recommend for you to join my confident sales masterclass. You can go to ninawalder.com/sales and also get immediate replay to that. The links are going to be down below as well. And if you have any questions, or if you have any other questions about working together, or if working together could be a great fit, you can just reach out to me on Instagram. It's at Nina_Walder_, and I'm happy to chat. You can send me a voice message, share with me where you're at, what are your goals, and we can take it from there. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.